Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tunes to Fame, the stage where raw talent meets the spotlight. If you're an upcoming artist looking for where to shine, here is the place for you, because right here we always say music is inexhaustible. Okay, we're bringing the fire and the ginger on this episode. We'll be right back after this break. Okay, our act for today is right here, and it's none other than Wagnar Novelty. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's amazing to have you here.
Thank you.
I do love your fit, the gin effect.
Well,
I would say we are twinning. I mean, gin.
Yeah, but
we don't have jackets here.
Yes,
but it doesn't mean we are in the same. We're on the same wavelength.
I think you're still on the same boat though.
Okay, Wagnar Novelty. I mean, I heard that name and I was like, Wagnar Novelty. Why?
Wagnar. Yeah, it's funny how the name came though. Yeah, because I have a name before this name.
Okay, so what's the name before this name?
Yeah, Wagito.
Yeah,
so but of course I had to switch it to Wagnar. It dawned on me at the time that of course I have to be intentional about my music. Because of course I started off as a comedian. So of course
it's like you drop a few jokes.
No, of course I think I've forgotten my jokes too.
You have? So I'm laughing, so I don't think you have.
Yeah, of course, because I had to switch over to music because it's passionate. So Wagnar Novelty came from a very strong German name, which means something that comes from something very strong and mighty.
Okay.
So I just proposed Wagnar. The difference between the German Wagnar and mine is E. It has the E, mine is A, so I just had to put the A.
Oh, so you're already proclaiming, you're telling us about who you are, what your music stands for with that name, right?
Yes, of course, greatness, something that's very strong. It comes with my lyrics. So when you hear Wagnar, you want to know what sound is this guy like? And you hear Novelty as well. I had to put a Novelty, I had to add a song name intentionally because I don't want it to sound like Wagnar, because if you search on Wagnar, you can see other Wagnars and stuff. But I have to put a difference to. So Novelty means uniqueness. Actually.
Uniqueness, of course. I like that. It shows that you're intentional down to your name. Now, you mentioned that you used to do comedy before you switched to music.
Yeah, I was way back,
What happened there?
While I was growing up, I have my friend, now my manager actually.
Okay.
He used to manage me then too as a comedian. So he's still managing me now as an artist. So we just had to, actually, I was also in the choir.
Okay.
So while as a comedian, I was also in the choir. So I was doing the music. I was enjoying music passionately as well as comedy. But I have to drop one for one. I can't be doing the two. I can't be an artist at the same time. So I have to be very focused on one. So I have to choose music. Yeah, because so I just had to switch the name.
The name to Wagnar Novelty and then move from comedy to music. Yeah, of course. Now, I do love your style of music. I listened to two before we came on. There's The Winner Man and there's Mark Your Face.
Of course.
And it leads me to this question. Tell us about your sound, your music style. Describe it for us, because you give some sort of motivation, but it gives, this gangster kind of,
there are guys like me up right in the street because I grew up in Ogun State.
Okay.
Yeah, eastern part of Nigeria, that's where I come from.
Okay.
Anambra State.
Anambra, okay.
So, but of course, I grew up in Ogun State, that's where I was born.
Okay.
So, right there in the street, we have guys that actually want you to come up and do things. But of course, they don't have the whole everything. But of course, I had to come up with a different style, different composure, with the whole street thing too. Telling the street that, of course, things still there for one and stuff like that. It's embedded in the sound, So, my sound speaks more for not just me, but for people who are listening as well, because if they resonate with my sound, of course, you can understand that I'm talking about something that is also relatable. That's more my sound. My sound is Afro-fusion.
Afro-fusion, I love that.
So fusion of Afro-beats, Afro R&B, Afro everything.
Just bring them all together and you see Wagnar Novelty.
It's a fusion of everything. Reggae, it can be anything. So, of course. So that's Wagnar.
I love that you said that, and you also mentioned the street, because it brings me to this question. We had the episode where somebody spoke about having dreads, piercing, automatically, the generation where you must see it as, you're up to no good.
Yeah.
But this is you giving hope to people.
Yeah, of course.
But have you ever faced stereotype? Like when they see you, before they already think you're going to give us gunshots, kill them.
Yeah.
pause kind of thing.
Yeah. I face a lot of that. You know, some people look at me. There's already be a misconception in their head, like, this guy won't be approachable, or this guy. But I'm just there. You know, I just want to look this so you can understand that. Yeah, you know, it takes pain to be dread. So it takes pain to want to come out with something that comes from someone that has dread. You know, so it's not. Yeah, I face stereotype, but of course I don't let that. That's my motivation basically. So when you stereotype, when you have misconception about me, and you tell, hey, you don't look like, that's my motivation. I don't talk much, so you could hear most of these things in my lyrics, you know, so I face all of that, but of course they are all embedded in my lyrics and how to motivate yourself, pull through from all of these things,
Okay. All right, so Wagnar Novelty, let's come down to your journey.
All right.
First of all, just like an icebreaker.
Okay.
So if your journey was to be a Nollywood movie, what will it be? What will you title it?
I'll say from grass to grace, because
love
of course
that.
I wouldn't say I'm graced up yet.
Yes.
But of course, you know, there's where we used to be and there's where we are right now. There's a difference, you know. So of course, from
There's
grass
growth,
to grace.
yeah, constant growth, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your music now.
All right.
I mean, like I said, it's the two I listen to gives inspiration.
All right.
So, what inspires you? You already talked about being a hope for people on the streets, you know, going through that journey, knowing what it feels like, experiencing both pain and laughter. So what do you see helps you to put all the songs together?
I think everything around me. I can start saying everything, but of course everything around me, the environment where I grew up from, and then my manager, like I said, I told you something from the onset that he's been with me right from. So we're like, what did they so drop something, you know, so there's motivation everywhere. You know, there are true people who still want me to do something, and I feel like, hey, you can do this thing, you know, put up, you know, all of these people are my motivation. So I don't just let that slide, I put them all in my music. You know, so when you listen to, you know, okay, of course, this guy is talking about something. So if you're not from where I'm from, you probably might not resonate with what my sound, which is fine, of course. You can, you know, not everyone wants to fuck with you, but of course, yeah, my sound is me, and me is my sound, and then my sound is the people I represent.
So now, I want you to talk to me about the first song. Well, I say the first song, but it's still interesting how you came from comedy to music and how you're easing through it. And I want to know that song that told you that, yes, I think I'm right in doing this music and I should continue.
I was still a comedian when I thought of that song, and when I wrote that song. Still.
Okay.
So that song, people still give me gigs to perform that song in weddings. It's because it's a love song, actually.
It's okay.
So yeah, I started with a love song. I started performing at weddings and stuff, and then gave me up like, guy, you can do this thing, do more of this. So I started doing more of the music thing, you know, and then at the point I feel like I have to change my name, and that's, you know, so you can give people more edge to knowing that, of course, this guy is being serious with this thing. You know, yeah, my first song. You want to know the title or the name?
The title, yes. In fact, tell me everything. There's a love song that we...
There's a love song, titled Love Song.
Titled Love Song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What inspired that love song, titled Love Song?
I was in love at the time, though. But of course, I'm still...
What you say was?
Yeah, you know,
okay.
so yeah.
All right, you're going to sing the song for us.
The love song?
Yeah, I want to hear
remember,
it.
but of course I think I should be able to remember. Okay. Which love song befits you? Which love song befits you? So try not to craze for your matter, but try not to mad for your matter. Say which love song befits you? Yeah, so stuff like that. So yeah, Zoom.
And now I see why they kept calling you back to perform. You have a very good voice.
So, thank you.
Again, you've had quite the journey.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk to me about you now, where you are at now, and your music. You've dropped some songs that are really amazing again.
Thank you.
But how has it been in this new you, this new face?
Okay.
Especially with, I keep saying it, every day there's a new act.
Of course.
So there's the competition is strong.
Of course.
It's really OCK. Even now, so you know what I'm saying. So how have you been faring?
If I say it's a smooth journey, then I'm lying, though. You know, so we just have to keep moving. You know, it's been a roller coaster. this and that, coming up from where I'm coming up from. There ain't much of support like that when it comes to other things of inspiration. But when you have few persons who give you that support, you have to respect it. You can't give up because you feel maybe you're depressed or anything. Those people are your motivation. If you give up, you're messing up with your own stance too. So we just have to keep doing.
So they're the ones pushing you even when you feel like
I feel like this is not going good. Like, you can't stop at this point, man. Like, you have to continue giving us something that we love to hear. So that's been my motivation to keep moving on, like these people. Yeah.
Okay, so independent or record label?
I am independent, but of course, I would always tell people, I have a theme. I have a team of people who puts up things together for me to understand that, okay, you have to, but of course, I'm independent.
Okay, you're independent.
Yeah, right now.
Okay, so let's talk about record labels now.
Okay.
Yes, there's been like I don't want to call it a war, but some music artists will tell you they don't really want a record label. But for you, what are the benefits you see, or what will you say about that?
Record labels, I wouldn't say it's bad because it's depending on who is signing you and what faith you're bringing into that business. People handle music like a trade. Yes. I always tell people, music is a business. A business takes a longer time to materialize some things for you, depending on how, optimistic you are about it. So you don't have to come and say, this is a trade. As I said, depending on who is signing you. So if that person has the mentality of a trader, you might not manage you well. Instead, we end up having issues with money. And that's not supposed to be the point, right? Music is supposed to be the center of whatever we're bringing on to the table.
Yeah, to the table,
so I've not really been pushed. Or whether it comes or not, I'm still doing my thing. I'm still pushing, it doesn't, regardless. So being alone is what a journey for me right now.
What a journey, It's
right
making you the man that you are now.
Yeah, my sound, I discovered my sound while I'm independent.
You're independent.
All right, so if you come and say you want to sign me, but of course it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be like I'm leveraging on the fact that you want to sign me and I should. No, I'm a very hardworking somebody that wants to push myself out there.
Son of the soil,
yeah, of course. So whether or not they come, I full ground, I always do my thing like that. Yeah, so of course.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so Wagnar, the song, Winner Man.
Yeah.
First of all, how is it spelled? Is it the W-I-N-N-E-R, the man?
It's supposed to be Winner Man, but you had to, do some fashion spelling. And
so fashion
Winner
spelling.
Man, W-I-N-A-M-A-N.
Okay.
Together.
Okay. So at what point were you when you wrote that song?
I was thinking about so many things. From the lyrics, you could know what I'm talking about because being the first son, I didn't tell you I was the first son.
Yeah, so the first son.
Yeah, so being the first son of family, you have responsibilities that you are supposed to handle on your own. So it comes with a whole lot of things that I already have seen people who are also in my shoes facing. Not everybody can be like you actually. So you might have the courage to face some things and withstand them. Others might not. So they might need you. That's where they need you to support them with probably words of advice and everything. So I'm just lending my voice out there to the rest of other persons in my shoe and telling them that you are a winner man. Whether you're a woman or a man, you are winning, regardless of however or whatever situation you are in. It's just a point A. So just keep doing your thing. You get to point B, and just like that, you win.
You win.
So of course.
So motivation. Everybody's a winner. You can't be a winner as long as keep moving and pushing.
Of course, you can be a winner, man.
So you spoke about the business of music. So I want us to go back to that. It's not easy balancing music as a business and then music as a talent, like you as a talent. So how have you been able to do that? Because as much as you want to give your talent, you also have to think about the business side of it so that you can still be there. So how has that been for you?
And that's why I have team. That's a very good question. I have a team of which they manage that side.
Okay, so they allow you to focus.
Mine is just do your song, and then they just bring the gig. Sometimes they scout out gig for me, and then I'll be like, okay, that's fine. If it's fine, I'll attend and perform. So they do that aspect. So I don't really focus my mind on the monetary aspect for now. I want to taunt my mind with some things that would want to deviate my mind from music. So I'm focused on the music, and the team will focus on the business part. And then, that's it.
Yeah. So it gives you enough time to take from your pool of creativity.
All right. Yeah.
So, okay, your first gig, or rather, you rebranded to Wagnar Novelty. So can you tell us how your first performance how you felt like? I mean,
as Wagner or
as Wagnar Novelty?
Oh, my first performance was wonderful because I performed at a friend's show.
Okay.
He's a comedian, so he did a comedy music show sometime in December. You know, so I came in, other artists performed, and then I performed. You know, it was my first time there, and then the response, you know, of the people gave me an edge like, wow. Then spray me for stage. I'd be like, I saw this song Sweet Rich. You know, I saw that's performed, you know, but there was nothing much of it, you know, something to. But when I came on and I was doing my thing, because of course I like to give my all to it. Yes. So you could tell, like, okay, what this guy is doing is different from. Of course, I like to look different and stay different. Okay. You know, like in Kem Dich, Igbos for the Igbo out there. You know, I just have to be different. You know, just come out with my own style, and you know. And you gave it to them. Yeah, I enjoyed my performance. They enjoyed my performance, so they had to call me again for another gig of the year. So which is very nice, which is very common. So that's enough motivation for me already. For you to keep pushing. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. How about the challenges? Because I know it's amazing too that you have a team, so they kind of help to shoulder it for you. But definitely, it's not an easy journey. Exactly, it's not. You know, so how's that been? Yeah, challenges would definitely arise. Basically, most of the challenges we face is finance. And sometimes you want to do like 4 different videos, and then you'll be like, what's our budget? Let's just do 1 or 2 for now. And then, you know, so if finance was very there, we'll probably be pushing. So I think the major challenge is probably finance, which I feel, okay, we're not letting it weigh us down, actually, you understand? Because we can still actually, you know, leverage on the little we have and still do what we want to do, you know, still pass on our message out there, you know. So, but that major challenge, of course, we wouldn't let that weigh you down, stop you from doing it. Still on finance, we're talking about promotion. I want to talk about promotion of music now. Okay. I know social media is already there, but there are other platforms too. So how are you also leveraging on that, like the Spotify's, the Audiomax? Those are the DSPs, that's distribution channels. Yeah, of course, I have my music on all of those distribution channels, right, which they're helping, because I have people who listen to me from outside of Nigeria. Understand? Because my first song as Wagnar Novelty was a producer from Ghana who did that beat. Okay, understand? Collaborations. So I have people who listen to me from outside. So when I just do my thing, I make sure that, of course, I'm bringing in my best, whether or not any other person is wanting to come in. But of course, just thinking about what the future holds, you know, and then keeping the faith alive, right? Of course. Okay. We will go on a quick break. It's still Tunes to Fame, where music is inexhaustible. Do not go anywhere.
Pressure too much over this country, we're passing the pressure too much, now people just go like 10,000. Almost everybody just carry their active, just smoke and make it be said, just they forget all their sorrows now. When my dealer, they make it on giving me the strength where are they like consume. Where we say they go make me just live for you. All of them stress where they for I but you. Give me my plea, make I roll and make my body for calm down. Feel like I roll and be like boss my dealer. After I smoke one, I go to pass and to you, man, nigga, make you for feel I'm Andre no go, I go just a reason I'm you the kill him, I know. I just want to get high on the low.
We are back. Welcome to Tunes to Fame, and we have Wagnar Novelty right here at the studio. We've just listened to High. Tell us about High.
Wow. Hey, High. Okay, High came from different concept of my thoughts. Okay. While I was writing High, I came up with what's happening around us in Nigeria. Like I would always say, my music is like a story. It's a story, yes. Yeah. So what's happening in Nigeria right now is enough to write a story about. It is, so a novel, in fact. So I wrote High with the thought of, most of the times when we have dreams that are trashed right now, because there's no hope. Yes. So I just wrote High with that mindset of, guy, you don't need to do all this killing your dreams because of the government or whatever. Whatever makes you motivated, do it so long it doesn't hurt people.
Yes.
You know, so I wrote high because there's an infusion of highness and staying motivated in that song.
So
I just blend the two there. So it doesn't seem like I'm talking about highness alone. So I'm talking about something that will motivate you while you're getting high.
Yes.
You know, stuff like that.
So as in, don't just get high.
So you just stay motivated.
Let's motivate you.
Motivate you to also move forward. Don't let it be like, hey, we are not focused.
Yes.
Or, you know, so that's why I just high. If you listen to high, all of those things are incorporated in high.
Okay.
All those motivations and everything.
I like that you talk about inspiration, and it goes to the question: which artists to inspire you? You have this whole aura of wanting to. I don't know if I should say Magic Fasheko, these people, those kind of things. So, which ones inspire you to? You know, you look at these people, you listen to them, even growing up too, and you know, when you listen to them, it makes you want to even do more.
All right. From the onset, I said my sound is the Afro fusion.
Yes.
So the fusion of different sound, reggae, Afrobeat, Afro. You know, we have so many Afro divergences now. Of course. So while I was growing up, we listened to reggae. My dad used to love reggae, so we listened to reggae. So I love reggae while coming up. So in reggae aspect, I love Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
So so that has inspired this.
I don't know why I figured that out. You say Bob Marley.
So of course, when he sings, you know he's telling a story, right?
Yes.
So when it now comes to our local artists, right here in Nigeria, because of course I love our Afrobeat, I love our Afro sound, I love the trios right there. I think you know the trios, right? Davido, Wizkid, but the major centered one is Burna Boy, which of course I feel okay. This guy has more. There's been a lot of consistency in this guy's journey. Some persons know Burna Boy maybe when he started singing maybe the songs they know.
Yeah.
The man has been like,
they're way back.
You know, sometimes I sit down and just watch his documentary just to understand, then this man is crazy. You know, I'll be like, okay.
When you're talking about things like he inspires you a lot. You love a collabo with him, right?
Burna Boy?
Yes.
I would love to.
Oh my God.
Of course I would.
You're an outsider.
Yeah, so of course I would. Others also inspire. I'm not disputing others. Yes. But of course there's one certain person that would.
Of course.
Yeah, so of course, yeah.
All right, Wagnar Novelty, I want you to inspire me right now. So you're going to give me a freestyle, an a cappella, inspire us. Hey. Yeah, so give it to us, please.
You want me to give it to you now?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me give it to everybody right now.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, ready.
Sometimes I you say many things there for my mind. How many thanks I they give you? Baby say you always come there, save my life, cause I really want to thank God for many things where you don't put for my life, cause you know really come there easy, cause I put 1 + 1, you know 2. Cause I know say God I really want blow too. Arena cause I know say you dey for my mind, and everything will be say you dey put for my life. Can't you see I really want to thank my God Almighty Father for my life. Oh, I try to dey soak my chaplet so make it come better for my life. Oh, I dey give thanks to the Lord, I go give thanks. So many things don't happen for me life. I no quench, I no pause, I go give thanks. Oh, I go give thanks.
Oh, give thanks for your life too. That's amazing. Amazing one. You really serenaded. You inspired me.
Yeah, thank you.
You took me to church too.
Of course, church boy, of course. So I can't dispute that.
You definitely cannot. Okay, so we've spoken about collaborations, and you did mention Burna Boy. Any other artists that you look at and you want to one day have locally, even internationally? Because I know you mentioned you had your first hit as Wagnar Novelty was from Ghanaian.
You're from Ghana.
Before we talk about collaboration, speak on that, because this is big. Africa.
So usually, I used to. I'm a big time freestyler. So I like to freestyle a lot. So sometimes when I go to YouTube, I go to all the music platform, I just scout for beats and just want to freestyle on them. So when I stumbled on this beat by his name, I shout out to him, Thursday. He's a producer in Ghana. So I just stumbled on the beat. I liked the beat. I just jumped on it. So I did my thing, and then went to the studio. I did my thing on that song.
What song is that?
Joy.
Okay.
So and then he reached out and be like, hey bro, that's my beat, but I'm not fighting you for taking my beat, but of course I like what you did on that beat, so I would like us to connect.
Okay.
So we started, we did our connection and stuff, and then it's a great one. You know, because coming from Ghana, it's like, wow.
Wow, yeah.
So yeah.
You are international.
Gracefully though.
You're international.
So yeah, it's not like I'm international, you know, say.
Yeah, you are proclaiming it. You're entering there.
Amen, you know, so yeah, I was so excited having to work with that beat from him, you know, which helped me leverage on other beats from other producers, because I like working with producers, you know, because I like to explore different sounds, you know, so to master my craft and know where I stand when it comes to vocal dexterity, music ability, standing on stage and performing. So I like to explore beats. So yeah, I worked with several other producers in Nigeria as well. Yeah, so
amazing. Yeah. Now you said something and it sparked this question in my head. You know, these days they will say upcoming artists have it easy with social media. You know, you can just put a sound and anybody that likes to jump on it and even help you spread it. Okay. But you now coming through this journey, would you actually say that you do have it easy? Like, is it as easy as you make a sound and put it on social media and next thing you blow?
I don't know, it's not. Like I said earlier, if I say it's easy, then it's a lie. Because social media will do its thing, you know. So it comes with a whole lot of hard work, because you have to work hard, I'm gonna lie. You know, so because, yeah, when you do your thing, algorithm have its way of finding you if you are consistent.
If you are consistent, yes.
So, yeah.
Are you consistent?
I would say to some extent. I wouldn't say I am 100 though, but of course to some extent, I'm trying my best. Yeah, so.
You're trying your best. We're going to hear your performance.
Okay.
And I am anticipating it.
All right.
But before then, back to the collaborations. Okay. So what is that one that you know that, oh my God, I really want this person to hop on the song with me?
Fireboy.
Yeah. It is serious?
Yeah.
Why Fireboy?
Not just Fireboy, I have other ones in my head, but I think Fireboy comes first.
Why Fireboy?
I just like his sound, you know, and I've met him though once. You know, there's one thing about people, he also motivates.
He does.
Yeah, so when I met him, we were just all talking about motivation and keep doing your thing and stuff. You know, so
keep pushing.
So I feel, man, I would like to work with you someday. You know, make it worth it. You know, which I'm working on it. You know, so.
So there's something in the works now. We can see like a possible collaboration, yeah.
I wouldn't say right now, but of course, possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Let's keep the faith alive.
Let's keep the faith alive.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm still doing my thing while hoping to get there.
I love that you are still pushing your own thing while hoping to get there. So it's not like you're sitting down and expecting for it to come in. All right, we're going to hear your performance. I'm already excited. I'm anticipating. I'm sure by the time the audience hears it, you know why I'm so excited.
Of course, they're going to get motivated too.
All right, we're going to listen to Wagnar Novelty. You'll know the song after this break. Do not go anywhere.
Are we good? Problem too much for your head, I know, Asta. For son of the family, you get responsibilities. We want you to keep your head, I know, say you feel this. They call on only father, make it come, they help you come, they relieve all the stress now. Cause I know, say you know, come, they easy. Couple with the fact, say economy's tangling, everything is dwindling to the downward slope. How we want take you like this. Everything you will do, my guy, is to try. Make your family for smile. You go try. So make your family for smile. You be winner man. You try to make your family so rich, my guy. You be winner man. You try to make your family best of still. You be winner man. Raise up your hands in the air, of course I know you be winner man. Yeah. If nobody can praise you, praise yourself, cause I know you be winner man. Oh, you be winner man. Oh. Feeling like me, I just did tell my story. Praise the Lord and then raise up your hand and then give God glory. What if I say make you pass, and then roll my body? How many times I go tell you story before you go no say gory? Papa no fit to come dey touch my body. I know say you want jolly. I no get time for your kind story. Cause you want on dey discombobulate. You be winner man. You try to make your family so rich, my guy. You be winner man. You try to make your family best self still show. You be winner man. Raise up your hands in the air, of course I know you be winner man. Yeah. If nobody can praise you, praise yourself, cause I know you be winner man. Oh, you be winner man. Oh.
I am a winner man. Are you one? Wagnar Novelty, that was an amazing song.
Yeah,
again, like I said, inspiration. That's what you keep giving. I mean, so we're all winners.
Stay inspired.
Stay inspired.
Yeah.
Now, we're wrapping up, but I'll ask, what advice would you give to your old self? Like, this is you now. When you started, you know, you did not quite figure it out. Of course, right now, it's not like you have it all figured out.
Of course.
There's still the journey. So what advice would you give to your old self?
I wish I'd stay consistent. I just, you know,
stay consistent, guys.
Just stay consistent. That's the advice I probably would give myself, you know, because of course at the point I had to diverse, like I had to leave music for a while. Started working in the banking sector.
Oh, that's an interesting one you did.
I'm also a data analyst, so I worked in the bank.
This man is versatile, though.
So I also worked in the bank as a data analyst for a while before I finally left and said, hey, music, man. Music called me actually. Said,
called you back.
What do you do?
Yeah. Go away from that place.
So it's not like I still don't do my data.
So you're doing suit and tie, that kind of thing?
Of course, yeah. But of course, I'm a data guy, so of course I probably might not do the suit thing.
Corporate.
Yeah, so I just had to like, it's not like I don't do it sometimes freelance or something. But of course, music full time right now.
Full time.
You know, so yeah.
And then you're getting your mojo back. I mean, you're inspiring others and inspiring yourself. And you're doing it and doing it well. As an Igbo man, you're steady going into the Odogu phase. By God's grace, right?
I tell you, after you.
Oh my God! All right, that's a wrap on today's episode of Tunes to Fame. We've just listened or discussed with Wagnar Novelty. Do not forget that you are a winner, man. Continue to stay inspired. And right here at Tunes to Fame, we always say music is inexhaustible. We find this raw talent, shine the spotlight. We do so much more, and it's not just with Nigerians. Anywhere around the world. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bogus Media and subscribe to our YouTube too at Bogus Media for more updates. I am the Dimpled Claire. This is Tunes to Fame and we'll see you next time.